six-time world champion, the challenger of the purportedly...
It was a collision of pride, legacy, and relentless ambition. Two warriors stepping into the spotlight with the eyes of the boxing world fixed squarely upon them. On one side stood Pacquiao, the electrifying southpaw who had already captured the imagination of millions with his breathtaking speed and fearless aggression. On the other stood Cotto, the proud WBO welterweight champion, a fighter known for his punishing body shots, iron will, and the relentless discipline that had made him a hero in Puerto Rico. As the fighters entered the ring, tension filled the arena like electricity before a storm. The crowd buzzed with anticipation. The announcer's voice echoed through the venue as the final instructions were delivered. Protect yourselves at all times. Fight clean. Obey my commands. It was the ritual that always preceded violence in its most disciplined form. But the atmosphere carried something more than routine. Pacquiao entered the bout as a significant underdog in the eyes of some skeptics, nearly 3-1 by certain predictions. Yet if history had taught fans anything, it was that Manny Pacquiao thrived when doubted. Every criticism became fuel, every underestimation a spark that ignited his relentless engine. The bell rang, and the two fighters moved cautiously at first, studying each other. Cotto immediately began working behind his jab, a weapon that had served him well against elite opponents like Zab Judah and Shane Mosley. His strategy was clear: control distance, disrupt Pacquiao's rhythm, and prevent the Filipino star from unleashing his trademark bursts of speed. For the opening moments, Cotto's plan seemed effective. His jab snapped forward sharply, and he maintained measured pressure, stepping forward with discipline rather than recklessness. He targeted Pacquiao's body with a thudding left hook, hoping to slow the smaller man's legs and drain his stamina over the long haul. Pacquiao, however, was not the kind of fighter who could be easily contained. Known to many as the pound-for-pound king of boxing, he possessed a unique combination of speed, angles, and unpredictability. Rather than rushing recklessly into exchanges, he fought deliberately, almost patiently, as if gathering information. Then suddenly, like lightning striking from a clear sky, Pacquiao fired back. A blistering combination cut through the air, snapping Cotto's head back and instantly changing the tone of the fight. The crowd roared as the Filipino star darted in and out, his feet moving like quicksilver across the canvas. He shifted angles, attacking from directions that seemed impossible to anticipate. Cotto responded like the champion he was. Instead of retreating or panicking, he pressed forward again, switching his stance momentarily and throwing powerful hooks. The exchanges grew fiercer, each fighter landing heavy shots in return. For several rounds, the fight evolved into a breathtaking chess match disguised as violence. Cotto's measured aggression kept him competitive. His punches landed with authority, particularly to the body. Pacquiao, meanwhile, countered with explosive speed and dazzling combinations that seemed to come from every angle. Then came the moment that shifted the momentum of the entire fight. In a sudden exchange, Pacquiao lunged forward with a perfectly timed right hand. The punch landed flush on Cotto's head, sending the Puerto Rican champion crashing to the canvas. The crowd erupted. There was nothing accidental about it. No slip, no stumble. The punch had landed cleanly, and the knockdown was undeniable. Cotto rose bravely, shaking off the impact and signaling that he was ready to continue. But the knockdown had changed something subtle yet significant. Pacquiao sensed vulnerability, and the predator within him stirred. From that moment on, the Filipino superstar began increasing the pressure. Pacquiao's style became more aggressive, more relentless. He darted in with combinations, then vanished before Cotto could fully respond. His punches flew upstairs and downstairs, head, body, head again, forcing Cotto to constantly adjust. Yet the Puerto Rican champion refused to surrender the fight easily. Time and again, Cotto fought back with sharp counters and punishing body shots. There were moments when he appeared to regain control, landing solid hooks and reminding everyone why he had been considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the division. The battle intensified into something raw and thrilling. Both men exchanged heavy blows, their gloves thudding against flesh and leather. Sweat sprayed under the bright arena lights as the rounds passed quickly. Each second carried the tension of possibility. Any punch could change everything. But gradually, the tide began shifting in Pacquiao's favor. His speed was simply overwhelming. Where Cotto relied on precision and power, Pacquiao delivered rapid-fire combinations that accumulated damage round after round. Even when individual punches didn't appear devastating, the sheer volume of attacks began to take its toll. Cotto's face showed the effects of the punishment. His nose bled heavily, and his breathing grew labored. Still, he pressed forward, refusing to retreat completely. The heart of a champion drove him onward, even as Pacquiao's relentless assault chipped away at his resistance. By the middle rounds, the fight had transformed into a war of attrition. Pacquiao stalked his opponent with growing confidence. He moved with remarkable energy, darting inside to unleash flurries before slipping away again. The Filipino star's work rate remained astonishingly high, his stamina seemingly limitless. Cotto fought with courage, landing occasional heavy shots that reminded everyone he was still dangerous. At one point, he fired a powerful combination that briefly halted Pacquiao's advance. But each time he found momentum, Pacquiao answered with even greater intensity. The champion's corner watched with concern as the punishment mounted. By the later rounds, Cotto was often forced onto the ropes, absorbing rapid combinations from the relentless challenger. Pacquiao's punches came from every direction: left hands, right hooks, sudden uppercuts. His angles were unpredictable, and his footwork allowed him to attack without giving Cotto a clear target in return. What had begun as a competitive contest was slowly becoming a systematic dismantling. Still, Cotto refused to quit. His courage became one of the most remarkable aspects of the fight. Even while battered and bleeding, he continued throwing punches, trying to create opportunities. Every now and then he landed a solid shot that reminded Pacquiao, and everyone watching, that the champion still possessed dangerous power. But the pace favored Pacquiao, and as the championship rounds approached, the difference became undeniable. Round after round, Pacquiao outworked his opponent with stunning speed and precision. His combinations were relentless, and the damage on Cotto's face told the story of the battle. Observers began to sense the inevitable conclusion approaching. By the 10th round, Pacquiao had seized almost complete control of the fight. His attacks grew more aggressive, his confidence surging as Cotto struggled to withstand the storm. The Puerto Rican warrior tried to survive, leaning on the ropes and raising his gloves to absorb the blows. The referee watched closely, aware that the fight was reaching a critical point. Yet Cotto's determination remained extraordinary. Even when hurt, even when exhausted, he continued fighting back in bursts. It was the mark of a true champion, a refusal to surrender even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Still, Pacquiao's dominance could no longer be denied. The final rounds became a showcase of his relentless offense. Pacquiao stalked forward, throwing combinations with the energy of a fighter who seemed capable of going all night. His punches landed with rhythm and precision, battering Cotto from every angle. Finally, in the 12th round, the moment arrived. Pacquiao unleashed another devastating flurry, driving Cotto backward and forcing him into survival mode. The champion attempted to fight back, but the onslaught was relentless. The referee stepped closer, carefully evaluating the situation. Then, with just under a minute remaining in the final round, he made the decision. The fight was over. The referee waved his arms, stepping between the fighters to stop the contest. The arena exploded with noise as the official result was announced. At 55 seconds of round 12, the winner by technical knockout, Manny Pacquiao. It was another astonishing chapter in Pacquiao's already legendary career. Once again, he had defied expectations, conquering a formidable champion and proving that his speed, heart, and relentless aggression could overcome even the toughest opponents. For Cotto, the defeat was painful but honorable. He had fought with immense courage, enduring punishment while refusing to quit. His performance only reinforced his reputation as one of the most resilient fighters in the sport. But on that night, the spotlight belonged to Manny Pacquiao. The Filipino icon had delivered a masterclass of speed, pressure, and precision. Each round demonstrated why many considered him the most exciting fighter in boxing. A relentless force capable of overwhelming even elite champions. And as the crowd celebrated, one question echoed throughout the arena and across the boxing world. How far could Manny Pacquiao go? Because with performances like this, it seemed there was no limit to what he could achieve. Before you go, what did you think about this legendary fight between Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto? Do you think Cotto could have done anything differently to change the outcome? And where does this victory rank among Pacquiao's greatest performances? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy deep boxing stories like this one, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more legendary fight breakdowns and dramatic boxing histories.